Hi, in today's Library 101, we'll be continuing our discussion on director versus board responsibilities. This one will cover the board's responsibilities. This Library 101 is important because the line between what the Board of Trustees is responsible for and what the director of a library is responsible for is a very fine one. These two need to work together to make the library a place that everyone wants to go to, but they need to know what is their specific responsibility. The tutorial is broken into two parts, so we can look at exactly what the board is responsible for and what the director of a library is responsible for without being too confusing. The first responsibility of the Board of Trustees is to hire a competent director for the library. They need to hire someone that knows what they are doing, but that they can also get along with. The board not only hires the director, but they are responsible for performance reviews of the director. It is also the board's responsibility to discipline or fire the director when called for. The board responsibilities coincide with the ones that were listed in the Director Library 101. So this one will list different responsibilities and how they are to work for both sides. Meetings. Who runs the meetings and sets the agenda is one of the most frequent questions the state library staff receives. It is the board president who sets the meeting agenda with the input and help from the library director. The president is also the person who runs the meetings in accordance with North Dakota open record and meeting laws and through parliamentary procedure. Planning and capital projects. With the director of the library and their staff, the Board of Trustees will need to develop a long-range plan for the commitment of resources that will meet the changing needs of the community. Public relations. The board will need to work with the director to establish a public relations policy. The board also needs to support and participate in planned public relations programs. The board members are also responsible for interpreting the library's role to other boards and committees within the community. Library legislation. The Board of Trustees needs to stay appraised of local and state laws that have to do with the public library as an entity. They also should actively support state and national library legislation that will benefit public libraries. Advocacy. The public library's biggest advocate should be their Board of Trustees. The board should make regular reports to local governing officials on the wonderful things the library is doing, as well as let the general public know what their library has to offer for them. The information for these reports should come from the reports that the library director gives to the board. More resources for the Board of Trustees. The best resource you have access to is the North Dakota State Library. The librarians at the state are here to help members of the board as well as the library directors. The state library has a public library trustee manual available on our website. This can be found under publications and will help identify the trustees' roles. WebJunction has a Friends, Trustees, and Volunteers topic area. WebJunction has courses and webinars on this topic available for free. United for Libraries is the Association of Library Trustees, Advocates, Friends, and Foundations. It is a division of the American Library Association. They are available to help answer questions on trustee responsibilities and director responsibilities. If you have any questions about this tutorial, please email me at ndsltrain@nd.gov. If I can't answer your question, I'll get it to someone who can. Don't forget to check out our Library 101 on director responsibilities.